さあ始めよう僕らの未来を勝ち取るために
Okay. Hello, and welcome to Superhuman Samurai Syber Pod. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.
And today we are looking at the 5th episode of SSSS.Dynazenon, What's Lover Like Mean? And by the end of the episode, I'm not sure I knew.
Yeah, the title doesn't fit the episode?
Well, they do mention that they're, they want them... I mean, Gauma, I feel like Gauma's definitely trying to do a matchmaking kind of thing with Yomogi and Yume.
But I don't think he's doing it on purpose.
Having them act like lovers, and then... Well, he was the one who was demanding that Yomogi deal with his feelings previously, and then sending Yume over to help, to his place with snacks when he was sick, instead of just showing up himself and then taking off all his clothes and getting in bed with him, which is what Gauma would have done himself.
I mean, it's a plan that ends almost immediately.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, I assume it's just an awkward way of parsing him saying that they should act like lovers, and then they're trying to figure out what that is. What do you mean act like lovers? But to fit it into the title structure, it ends up as lover-like, which is not a thing that anyone ever actually says.
Well, what the hell is it in Japanese?
Yeah, I'm sure it's one of those things that just doesn't translate cleanly.
Koibito mitama te nani?
Nani?
Koibito, I guess, is a lover.
Nani. Sorry. I'll stop saying nani and let you contribute.
Nani?
Usefully.
Yeah, so we open. Chise is practicing for her role as emergency fill-in robot pilot.
And she learned fast.
Yes.
She's doing really good. Yomogi can just, go back to having his stupid after-school job. They don't need him anymore.
Well, because once again, he's trying to shirk robot practice here, even though they try an exciting new combination where the race car splits in half and becomes dinosaur arms.
Yes. And then they fall over backwards because they can't really...
Yes, it's like a fan mode that requires hand support.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It does... I'm not a big fan of stories in which super cool stuff is happening, but then the characters don't want to be bothered with it. But... and that happens a lot.
Well, that isn't quite what this is. It's not like they want nothing to do with it. They're just, we're bored and we got shit to do. We do want to stop giant monsters.
They also, but then they also want to go to their day job and investigate their sister's death, and I guess that's fair, but...
And the guy with no job is taking a day off work.
Well,
yes.
And he's like, you have plans? It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, Koyome is like, I had something I wanted to go to do, I had plans too, and they're all like, what? But you're unemployed.
Well, Chise shitting on him. They're friends and family.
That's fine, I guess. But also Gauma is like, even you?
Well, he's also the man with no filter.
Yes. Yes, he is. Also, no home.
Also that, yeah.
Gauma's lacking a lot of things.
Employed, but no home. Whereas the other guy does at least live somewhere.
Yes,
that isn't...
presumably he is a citizen with proper paperwork and, a birth certificate.
Also that.
Yeah.
Birth date, I don't know, 10,000 years ago?
Koyome is at least, eligible for social services, which Gauma probably does not have the proper documentation for.
Yeah. So anyway, Yume and Yomogi go to meet yet another associate of her dead sister's who has a video, and that is a private video. You don't want to share this around, because she's just kind of, goofing around in it. We want to get the people in the school to be mad.
Well, that at least kind of makes sense. Like, it's a privated video on YouTube or something, whatever.
It does feel less like there's anything bad happening and more like it's just, I guess, kids
goofing around.
Culturally, I guess, in Japan, it's probably more important to them to not have videos floating around of teenagers acting like teenagers. Whereas in America, unless they're literally, like, walking around in KKK hoods, like, shooting up heroin, you can put whatever out there and your school's not really gonna care. But Japanese schools expect their kids to have dignity.
Yeah, well, I expect other kids to have some dignity. Like, for a bit, I was in charge of, like, the computer lab in college, which included renting out digital cameras, because this was the era before cell phones had really awesome cameras in them. So sometimes people would return cameras and hadn't cleaned out all the pictures, and I would do that, and sometimes check shit. Admittedly, the worst I ever caught was drinking and lots of pot. And then I tell people, dude, clean your camera first. Come on, I could have good blackmail material on you.
I did work for half a year at a 1-hour photo place, so I understand.
I guess you're lucky that we weren't quite yet in the era of the dick pic.
Yeah, not quite so, like, casual about it.
Yeah, I think the people I know were smart enough not to do that on a school camera.
Well, and also, it was a lot harder to share them back then.
Yes. Like, what are you gonna do, burn it to a CD and give it...
It was a computer lab. We had access to a lot of shit. Admittedly, it would have been passed on a zip disk, but...
Yeah, I guess you could email it to somebody.
No, share it on the network. Because the college network, it was really easy to share shit.
Yeah.
But, zip disks. I miss and hate them. I still have a pile of them. They're probably dust. Been useless now.
So yeah,
but I don't think there was anything worth bringing back on.
This is a private video, but it does, the impression that I got was not that what was going on was, like, super scandalous. It was just not dignified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so meanwhile we cut to Koyomi, who is on a date with Yomogi's boss.
Yeah, and we find out she's still married?
Apparently. She is gonna cheat with him so hard, and he may or may not have any say in the matter. He has no say in the matter. She's debating it with herself. But she is a bad influence.
Yeah, she's one of those married people who was all, why to get married?
Yeah, how old is she even that she's doing that?
I mean...
No, presumably he's the same age as him because they were in the same class. Wasn't he... Shit, was he...
He was 30. I guess he was 30. He was like 35.
30?
Yeah.
32? Fuck, it's all... I gotta look it up again.
Definitely.
I remember it was like way more than I thought, but...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, and we flash back to their school days during which she broke some glass or something. And I was all like, don't tell anybody. They could totally expel me.
Okay, 33, I was right. So yeah, they're 33, and this was in middle schools. It was so long ago.
And then
he's like a slacker, but he's like good-natured. He's like a good-natured slacker, whereas she's...
I don't think he was a slacker at that point, but she was definitely a bad girl.
She's definitely like a full-on juvenile delinquent, and she is continuing to be like a person who maybe you don't want to be too close of friends with as an adult.
Like, listen, she is hot, and she is fun to be around, but she is going to set something on fire that you would rather she didn't.
Yes. She is going to
Not
get
going to
in
say
some
I speak from experience here,
huge
but
fight with her husband and come over to your place drunk and start trying to sleep with you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, like, did I just miss it, or has she not been wearing a wedding ring, or is that just the detail they didn't bother animating anyway?
I have not looked at it that closely, but some people just don't wear wedding rings.
This is a good question, though. This is a good question.
I'm really bad at noticing them in real life.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I ask.
And then she's all, hey, you want to go see something awesome? Which I can only assume is a dead body.
I have to say, and I've thought before that listening to some of my very normal co-workers, I can kind of understand, listening to them complain about their relationships, I can definitely understand why there's a euphemism for homosexuality that is also means extremely happy. And she's definitely got that vibe, like she is straight and absolutely miserable about it.
Yeah, but like in previous episodes, I figured, oh, she just got divorced, and that's why she's back here.
No,
but she's still married.
She clarifies that she is still married, and yeah, he's like, "Is it okay for us to be having drinks together?" And she's like, "Oh, it's fine." Aw, he's gonna get beat up by her husband, isn't he? That's sad.
Listen, she is not single, but she is ready to mingle.
Yes.
Oh, I just hope it's not like an abusive husband thing. I hope he's just shit.
That feels like the wrong kind of tone for this plotline so far.
Yeah, this seems more like she's just kind of a disaster and doesn't want to be in a committed relationship.
I'm more interesting and relatable.
I'm thinking like an Al Bundy situation here.
I could see that.
Yeah. Where like they got married too young, and they hate each other now.
We never see him, but his presence off screen is heralded by the presence of a toilet flush.
Oh, that would be great.
Superhuman samurai. Superhuman samurai. They're gonna amp it up. Kick some gigabutt. They're gonna rip it up. A hero always makes the cut.
And meanwhile, Chise is now spurred on the plot with the rest of the episode.
Yeah, she just slides into the episode repeating the line that lady, what the fuck is your name, said in the past, want to see something?
Yeah.
Neat?
Except in this case, it is not a dead body, but it is tickets to Tokyo Beachland. Is this a real place?
Shit, I should have looked at it. I'm guessing no, because everything else in here.
Does it actually have a sign that says what were?
There are places like this in Japan. Oh, maybe it's... Wait, Odaiba.
I mean, it's basically a water park.
Oh, no.
Right.
Yeah, it's a water park.
Specifically an indoor water park under like a big dome, which is why it's not busy in June.
Yes. I have seen such places existing. I know there was one back in Columbus.
So speaking of water parks and mortal peril, David, as our resident New Jerseyite, did you ever go to Action Park?
Oh God, no. I'm so glad I never did. Because I remember seeing the commercials and hearing the stories growing up. and kids going there and excited to go there. But I never actually went. I am so glad I never did. I have never actually broken a bone in my body, really. I bruised bones, but...
Yeah, for those who are unaware, Google Action Park, it was a wildly dangerous water park in New Jersey that was colloquially known as Traction Park.
Yes, that was... I think that was what I first heard it as. And like, anytime my brain hears Action Park, it just hears Traction Park.
I think at least 6 people died there.
They
and
did
so
eventually
many injuries.
Didn't they do a documentary about it called Class Action Park or something?
Yes.
Recently.
Yes.
And there's also like a Johnny Knoxville movie that's vaguely based on it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's chaos. Like, they had a water slide with a loop-de-loop in it.
The only thing that I'm really aware of happening like that at the one in Columbus was I think at some point it got closed for a Giardia outbreak or something along those lines. Other than that, I never heard about there being, like, extreme danger there, but it opened fairly recently, like the last 10 years, so. Yeah, you don't put a loop-de-loop in a water slide. That's not how physics works.
It was the Cannonball Loop. Employees were offered $100 to test it. And one employee who took that $100 says, $100 did not buy enough booze to drown out that memory.
Oh.
Some early riders came back with lacerations to their bodies. When the ride was closed to determine what had caused them, teeth that had fallen out were found lodged in the interior walls.
Yeah, it's like crazy. The park in this episode is nothing like that.
I guess they sent, like, test dummies down it, and they came out, like, dismembered and decapitated.
Maybe just don't.
Is that the one, or is this somewhere else where, like, somebody got stuck in it, and to try and get them out, they sent somebody down after them?
That was that one, yes.
Okay. And that didn't work, so they had to, like, disassemble the entire pipe?
Yes.
This sounds extremely New Jersey.
And this place seems pretty safe, though. Although, as we're about to find out, this weird Kaiju Eugenicist kid is also coming along.
He is inviting himself.
Possibly due to his sick garbage disposal skills.
Isn't it like only 4 tickets? Or do they not say
I don't know
them?
how... She just seems to have gotten like a fistful of tickets to this thing.
To be fair...
Because the 4 of them go.
It seems...
And they also invite this weird guy who is their mortal enemy.
Yeah, let's like...
If it's that slow, they could just be giving out free passes just to get anybody to show up and buy some hot dogs.
This is possible.
Yeah, because they do say, like, it's in the summer. Like when people would normally be at the regular beach.
Yes.
So maybe they were just giving out a lot of free things, but...
So yeah, Sizumu comes along and just invites himself to things.
Well, I mean, of course he wants to go to a water park. He's in the Navy.
Yeah.
Guy loves water.
Yeah.
And they're just talking about it, and he just walks up and is like, what you talking about? Can I come? It's like, don't be that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, that's a step above getting naked and getting in the bathtub with someone, but I do feel like the Kaiju Eugenicists in general are not good at people. Just maybe not all to the same degree as Gauma.
Yeah, well, and hey, Gauma has a plan. So they are going to use this to, quote-unquote, get him.
Sure.
Also, Gauma is now eating crab-flavored sticks.
Delicious crab-flavored sticks.
Wait, are they crab sticks, or was it just imitation crab?
It said crab-flavored sticks. Finally, the flavor of crab in a stick.
Well, that sounds good to me.
Which is definitely a step up from just literally eating crabs that he caught somewhere.
Oh wait, is this going to be an arc like from like live crabs to crab stick to like imitation crab to real crab that's been cooked?
Maybe he'll finally earn enough money to.
I assume this is kind of like a Slim Jim but made out of crab.
Yeah, I assume it's something like
it's
that.
Dried imitation crab, maybe.
Ooh yeah, claw into it.
Or maybe, I mean, they do sell just like sticks of imitation crab, like mozzarella sticks, but imitation crab, but surimi.
So yeah, he is somehow in some unspecified way going to get this guy. Gauma is radiating big the Monarch energy in this episode.
Yeah, he is arching.
He is.
Yes. And basically he and that red-headed Kaiju Eugenicist guy are really the only ones who are interested in getting each other.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just kind of hanging out.
Yes. I mean, Sizumu is being like the weird kid who doesn't realize that he's not really your friend. But other than that, yeah, it's really just Gauma and Onija who are like actually seem to care about getting each other.
Yes. So they all go there. They're, everybody is wearing bathing suits, but it is definitely not as pervy as the episode of Gridman.
Yeah, where was the river rafting episode? Well, the problem with that was...
I definitely thought that.
Akane. Like, there was lots of focus on Akane and her outfit.
I feel that they were focusing on both of the girls in that one.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, this one is definitely significantly less horny than the Gridman swimsuit episode.
I was more worried since this is well, it's not a beach, but it's more water focus than just a river trip. But yeah, this episode wasn't as cheesecakey
There were no shots that really seemed to just be like to play up like Chise in a swimsuit or Yume in a swimsuit. Yeah. I mean, on one hand, she's way too young, but on the other hand, this is anime.
Yeah. But yes, thankfully
See also Dragon Maid.
There was no camera work that was too suggestive around the middle schooler.
Yeah, no, so that was a nice change from the majority of anime featuring young girls.
Basically, the most we get in this episode is that one of the male Kaiju Eugenicists has his bathing suit pulled down so far that you can see the beginning of his obliques.
Yeah.
Or as they are colloquially known, the cum gutters.
Or vagina bones.
Onija, the redheaded one. The redheaded one has his swim trunks down where you can see the.
No, I think it's the guy with the glass. It's the guy with the glass. Oh, yes, yeah, the redheaded guy.
Yeah, and it doesn't even really focus on the guys that much. Like there isn't like a muscle shot or something.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, most of these are skinny little bastards.
So yeah, it's a very surprisingly non-horny swimsuit episode, especially considering how horny the Gridman one was.
Yeah.
Well, and especially since part of Gauma's plan is that Yume and Yomogi are gonna pretend to be lovers.
Which is supposed
to... Which they're both real bad at?
I guess maybe his...
weird.
I don't know if his plan is... like I said, I do feel like he's shipping them. Or maybe not shipping them so much as wanting them to just get it over with and stop having the will they or won't they, because that's distracting from the Dynazenon stuff.
Yeah.
Or whether he's thinking that that's going to get... I've got a cat in front of my microphone. Please, why? I think maybe he thinks it's going to get Sizumu to stop injecting himself into all of their interactions so that Gauma can go after him.
But yeah, he's also like using it as a distraction.
Which also doesn't work.
So Sizumu will stare at the couple so Gauma can sneak up and beat the shit. Gauma has a plan, but it's no plan at all.
Yes, he's, like you said, it's big the monarch energy here. Like, he's trying to do... So I don't know what his purpose in doing that is, but I'm sure he thinks he knows.
Curse you, venture!
We do have them changing, though, but it's not really suggestive at all, other than the fact that we get to see... Gauma has a big back tattoo scar thing.
I wasn't sure if that was a tattoo or like a enormous bruise or birthmark.
It's a weird color. It's like purple-ish.
It's like purple. Yeah, so it definitely...
And it could be a birthmark.
It could be, because it's a weird, sharp shape.
Yeah, it's not like...
It doesn't seem like a scar.
Like a shape enough that it would be a tattoo.
Yeah.
But it's not a color to be a scar, but it is definitely a weird mark on his back. Also, we get a brief moment of... it being very subtly noted that Chise is keeping one arm sleeve on.
Yeah,
which, in my experience, is generally hinting at self-mutilation, but I don't know that we're going there with a kid that young.
But, it was subtle and obvious at the same time, but nothing was actually said about it. It was done purely visually.
Yeah, there's a point where she's got her arms up, and I think Yomogi is looking at them, and you can see that he's noticing that she is keeping a sleeve on.
Wasn't it Yume looking at her? Because they were changing?
Yeah, I guess it was that we're changing, so it would have been in the girls. Yeah, so, that's generally shorthand for self-mutilation, but I guess we'll see where that goes.
Either she has a really embarrassing tattoo.
It is entirely possible that at the age of 12, she has already acquired a really embarrassing tattoo.
I mean, that does seem about right for her.
Yeah, it really does.
Or maybe there's a massive scar or something that isn't self-inflicted or something. It's just...
Yes, it could be... So there's something going on with that presumably will be at some point relevant to something. Yeah. Also, it's...
Especially how the end of the episode is, that is definitely going to come back.
Considering the end of the episode, it could even just be Chise being a weird fashion person, but it reminding Yume of something that she saw her sister do.
Yeah, that could be.
So it could just be Chise being like, I'm being eclectic.
Just weird.
But Yume thinking, wait, my sister did that. So I am sort of curious. It's one of those super brief things that I am very curious to see where that goes.
Yeah, that was really good visual storytelling and animation acting, which is a good contrast to a little bit later in the episode, well, not that far away, the churro scene.
This is
where it goes full, that one episode of Ava where nothing's animated for a minute.
Yeah, this is exciting churro eating action.
I mean, that was suitably awkward because especially when she mentioned sugar getting anywhere, you have to realize what she means is that she's getting sugar all over her boobs.
Yeah. So it was awkward and kind of funny, but I'm not sure if it was intended to be or is just like, you need to pad out the episode like 30 seconds.
Pretty much through this entire episode, to quote the internet, I love her lack of energy. Go girl, give us nothing.
Yeah, she's really low energy. Like Rika in last show was laid back, but not to this extreme.
No, I mean,
she definitely has big, like, major depression energy.
And it is definitely not helping this whole plot where they're going to convince these two that they are indeed lover-like.
Yeah. Also, I was really hoping that we would get to see Gauma using the Dyna Diver in the pool, but sadly that did not happen.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Also, isn't Lover-like? Isn't that a Taylor Swift album?
You would know that better than we would.
That's true, I would.
I only know her 2 cottagecore albums.
Anyway,
in which she did songs with Bon Iver and The National.
Oh, speaking of songs, there's an English insert song. What?
I was wondering what the deal with this was.
I don't know. Why was it English? I am confused.
English is fun and cool.
I guess I didn't expect it. I didn't bother to look up info about the song. It's just like, wait, there's an insert song. Okay, they're at a beach thing. That's fun, but
anyway, there is a great running gag about Gauma going after his foe here and then being yelled at because there's no running by the pool.
Oh yeah.
Yes. He's coming up behind him and he's like, 15 feet behind him and then he starts speeding up and he starts running and then you just get the lifeguard telling him there's no running at the pool and he has to stop.
He gets harassed by a recurring character from Gridman.
Oh.
It's voiced by, and presumably the character's designed after, the guy who was the main character in the original Hyper Agent Gridman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Though was he a lifeguard at some point?
I don't think so, but like, he was also, that character design was also voiced by the same guy. He was also an SSSS.Gridman. He was buying a guitar in one episode or something.
He should be David Hasselhoff.
But it's neat that they brought him back. Like they had a cameo of him in Gridman, but they brought him back as a lifeguard for this episode.
Yes. And,
it's like, okay,
and again, this is definitely something that would happen to the Monarch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. He's just the whole time they're doing all of this stuff with Sizumu. I'm gonna just butcher his name constantly. But Gauma is like muttering about how he's going to get him, and at some point somebody's like, we can hear you, I'll make him pay.
So things are not good. So, they're being a totally unconvincing couple here. And also she's starting to get like traumatic memory flashbacks with the whole association with her sister and water and death.
Yeah, because like that was a shocking shot of a dead body.
Yes.
Just a split second. Which explains why she doesn't know how to swim, really. It's like, nope,
yes.
I don't
so
want to
they kind of end up sort of retreating to the onsen area of this, which is like a big fake cave.
Yeah, it's just a cave that's got...
It looks super cozy. It's like the hot tub cave.
Not a capybara to be found, though.
Aww. There should be... It should just wander by with a orange on its head.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to see a theme park mascot in this episode.
Well, I mean, I was a little surprised by that because I don't know if anybody follows the Twitter account Mondo Mascots.
Uh-huh.
A little bit, yeah.
But it's got a ton of crazy Japanese mascots that always brighten my day. But stay tuned because something weird is just melting stuff around this park.
Yes.
And it turns out to basically be a mascot.
Yeah,
it kind of is.
Like it's got little legs underneath it.
Yeah, it is big, sort of cartoony ghost-ish thing that is very much like a mascot suit until it gets creepy.
Yeah. So anyway, we cut to these two in the onsen. They're joined by the Kaiju Eugenicist, and while they're in the middle of talking about their strategy, and he's like, "No, our strategy for friendship with you."
Yes. Like what kind of strategy are you talking about? It's like a plan for friendship, like a getting along plan.
Like a get-along gang.
He's so unconvincing.
And then he just starts talking about relationships as like a trap that keeps people from achieving freedom. And I can't figure out if this guy is an incel or a swinger. It's one of the two.
I think he's just an asexual cultist or something.
Maybe,
or aromantic.
Maybe.
I don't know. Are those four guys in the, are those like three guys, one woman in the Kaiju Eugenicists? Are they like a polycule or something?
Maybe.
But they don't seem interested. Like, this one definitely, like, I do not understand this thing called love. It seems pointless. He's like, okay.
So he does mention that emotions are a Kaiju's favorite thing.
Yes.
Well, that's an old Ultraman thing. Well, no, not original Ultraman. I think there was like maybe in Leo or somewhere it started like Kaiju eat emotions. It feeds them.
Mm-hmm.
And then soon enough, indeed, the rest of the bad guys have shown up in appropriate attire. They're not just wearing their yacht club gear here. Yeah. And sure enough, it is time for the Kaiju attack. In this case, it is Neophobia.
Yeah, I didn't notice the name, but sure, whatever.
It's like a guy in a jellyfish costume with little legs that stick out underneath and like little antennae, like the Reddit mascot.
Yes, it does have cute little alien antenna, and it reminded me of Wooper a little bit, which is a Pokemon. Except the antennae are a little more on top of its head, and those are more like on the side.
Well, because the Wooper's based upon axolotl, or however you're actually supposed to pronounce axolotl. It's not axolotl.
Yes.
And of course, Neophobia is the fear of Keanu Reeves. or the fear of overcomplicated Beast Wars toys from Japan. No. I get severe neophobia whenever I have to think about transforming Dead End.
Yes. Those dinosaurs. Oh. They have a dead mode.
Anyway, so it is either melting or like deflating things?
Yeah, it's definitely kind of melting things. It's weird.
Yeah, it like shoots green lasers. And, it is, of course, time...
Neophobia is a real word. The fear of anything new. Which, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, that's appropriate for many situations,
yes.
But...
often the Transformers fandom.
Yes. For instance.
Yeah, so they, there is they bring out the bots. It's time for a big fight.
Chise is once again a +1.
Yes, she's just stowed away in
Dyna Soldier
in Dynarex just because that's her thing.
Which one is it?
Yep, she's apparently decided that that's the one she's piloting now. Though she's apologetic about it. She's not like, this is mine, you can't have it.
Force a habit.
So that's nice of her. Oops. But yes, as they're going through the pool, Gauma informs them that they need to power walk, though. Don't run.
Yes. And so eventually, as this fight's going on, Yume is in trouble. She's got like a green ray that is about to catch up with her. And so we do the combination that they did in the beginning, which is, so they have to be very careful to keep this thing upright, but they do unleash an enormous firestorm that engulfs this thing.
Yes. Using their combined dino robot and car powers.
Yes. But unfortunately, it turns out this thing has a second mode when you turn it upside down.
It's creepy, and it's got a mouth underneath, kind of like a squid.
It's sort of like inside out, kind of like what was it, a popple?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Except super creepy. Except not okay.
Yeah, it's like a less extreme version of that creepy jumping thing from Gridman. Where, like, it was this ugly thing that got torn apart, and the inside was the jumpy guy.
It reminded me, not the upside-down form of it, but the regular form of it reminded me a little of Oogie Boogie. Like, just that sort of being big and just having the little feet, and then it turns upside down, and it's got a big giant mouth underneath like a squid, and then it's scary.
It's also a little Tim Burton-y.
It's definitely a little Tim Burton-y, yeah.
And once again, the red-headed Kaiju Eugenicist is the guy who's really getting into it, and none of the others are really that big. But he's, why am I the only one who's mad at this? Come on.
They're just like, we'll try this. Maybe it'll work. Yeah, none of their hearts really seem to be in it. So I'm kind of curious what their deal is. If they're just sort of like,
Well,
maybe they don't have emotions except for him. He got all of their emotions.
The kaiju feed off their emotions, maybe? I don't know. Like they feed them emotions so they can control them? I mean, that'd be an interesting plot point, but it also wouldn't explain why he's so full of emotion.
Maybe that's the one why he's always getting crushed by debris, which happens again as they blow this thing up, and he gets totally crushed by a falling antenna.
Yes. Comes flying at him as he's like standing on an overpass watching the whole thing.
Yeah. So, everybody's kind of bummed that they had to leave early, but they get back, they get back to the usual training spot, and everybody ends up taking a header into this water, with the exception of Yume, who's, you guys have fun in there.
Yeah.
But she's kind of smiling up until the point when she gets a phone call, in which case it is the club vice president.
Continuing on this plot.
So she and Yomogi go and visit this guy who is wearing a Superman shirt.
Super?
I like this shirt.
He's he's Superman's French cousin, Superman.
Yes. Also, David, was the name of this place they're meeting anything?
What was the name of the place?
I didn't write it down. I should have written it down.
I don't know. It might have been a reference. I don't think it was going to be as cool as Starbows.
I don't think anything will ever be as cool as Starbows.
Yeah.
So, and he says, I don't know for sure. It was just a rumor, but, your sister's death might not have been an accident. It might have been suicide. End of episode.
Yeah, it cuts off mid-word.
I do appreciate them cutting mid-word like that. It was very dramatic.
Like, wait, did I do something wrong? No, that's just how the episode ends.
That is just how the episode ends.
And so it looks like this plot might finally be getting somewhere.
Yay.
Dun dun dun.
Somewhere sad, but at least somewhere.
Yes, at least somewhere. Which, like I said, maybe the thing with Chise's sleeve was less about Chise and more about where she might have seen that kind of fashion choice before. But we shall see. Maybe Chise's got her own problems. Maybe she is a poorly considered tattoo at, her very young age.
So yeah, that is the episode, and I really like this one. I think it sort of moved the plot along, and I also kind of like episodes where everybody's just kind of dicking around.
Yeah,
it was fun.
In an amusing fashion.
I like Sizumu just inviting himself places and being the third wheel and clearly not realizing that this is not a thing that people want.
Yes.
I like the evolution of Gauma's diet to crab flavored sticks and not just literally shoving live crabs in his face.
like a moray eel.
Yeah, it was good, but I also can't help compare it to the river rafting episode of Gridman, which was, fan service aside, more interesting. It's like new giant monster, and there was the end of the episode teaser of like the world going away because it didn't need it be needed anymore. It's like the fuck.
Yes, I feel like the river rafting episode of Gridman did have a lot more plot to go along with being the swimsuit episode. So
yeah, although this episode has more characters to juggle as adding things, and Koyomi's little plot with the married woman is like, okay, I want to see where that one's going.
It's going to his bed, whether he likes it or not.
I mean, listen, beggars can't be choosers.
I mean, I guess, but also, like, maybe he would rather not. Maybe he's asexual.
I mean, I guess that's possible.
I don't think so.
I mean, he's not dating anyone.
No.
I mean, a lot of non-asexual people are not dating people.
That's true, but...
And he does seem... He was interested in her. He probably still is interested in her. He's just bad at people.
Interested in her as a person and not necessarily want her molesting him, but I guess we will see.
Alright, so that does it for SSS.Dynazenon this week. I'll be back next week. This month. We'll be back with more rescue. Month. Yes, we'll be back with more rescue bots next week and more Dynazenon next month in December.
Ooh. Will it be coincidentally a Christmas episode? I don't think
probably so. Not.
I think it aired in like March or something. So.
Yeah,
okay, so,
probably not.
The exciting St. Patrick's Day special.
Yes.
Actually, that's the thing. I still haven't watched ahead. One of these days I need to. One of these days I need to, but I will be... I'm... Side note, I now have Super Robot Wars 30. I have not yet gotten to the stage with Gridman in it, and because I just started last night, literally, so I'm only a stage and a half in.
And
I think I get to stage 4 or something.
Oh, I was trying to remember, is Auntie also in that, or was he in something?
Uh-huh.
Okay then. Okay.
My son, right. I need to get that game, even though I absolutely don't have money for games, because I'm spending all of my extra money this month on cat litter.
I would say wait for a Steam sale, but I don't know if it's going to go on Steam. Well, the G-Generation Genesis Gundam games did go on sale eventually.
I'd prefer the Switch version, because I would have to see if the Steam version plays on Mac, because I've decided to be even more hard to get along with lately.
Well, I don't know about the Switch version. I have the other two versions, because I ordered it for PlayStation 4. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, there was a bunch of pre-order stuff for the Steam, because it's the first time Super Robot Wars is on Steam, on PC. Mm-hmm. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to double dip on this game that hasn't come out. And I'm kind of glad I did, because my physical copy is still in the mail.
Ooh. There is also, there's also Gal Gaigar in it, and you know I love me some Gal Gaigar.
It's not Gal Gaigar, it's like, I think it's Gal Gaigar Final or later Gal Gaigar stuff, plus the crossover with Better Man, which was just a manga or was a light novel. Gal Gaigar is in it, but in a weird way. And also Elgheim, which I never expected to show up in a Super Robot Wars again, because that was like an old after Gundam series. Like Gundam, was it Tomino?
My favorite kind of Super Robot Wars screenshots are people from other franchises being kind to Shinji Ikari.
Wait, is Ava in this one? I even forget. Well, let me go with the digression and what actually all is in it.
It does not appear to be compatible with Mac, so I would have to get the Steam version or the Switch version.
All right, so until next time, we are all over the internet. We are on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we are on we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses. That is at patreon.com/iaconunderground. We have lots of exciting choices for November, and we still have not decided which one to go with yet. So hopefully we will be figuring that out by the end of November, because, that's kind of how months work. That's how time works.
Oh, it's a short month, too. 30 days.
Oh, man. And it's NaNoWriMo, and I don't know if that's going to happen.
I've only written 2,000 words right now. Magical Knights Rayearth is in it.
Yes, it is. I'm going to write 50,000 words about David Lynch's Dune. That's going to be my NaNoWriMo project.
I don't think Dune is going to be in it because they don't really have robots. But then
They
again,
specifically do not have robots.
Yes, they very explicitly outlawed robots.
well,
Yes.
pilotable robots, I mean, because I know.
Even
Also, they
then-
outlawed other robots.
Yes.
That's why you have to become a mentat
Man,
and
Dune would be way better if it had pilotable robots.
grow giant. I mean,
Dune needs mecha.
yeah, that's right. There's nothing that would be outlawing mecha.
Yeah. It's just sentient
It's only
robots.
artificial intelligence that they're not allowed
War,
to
and they went off and started their own universe or whatever the fuck.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll figure something out. It may involve people with extensive eyebrows, or it may involve Kumail Nanjiani.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yes, who becoming extremely buff, and then honestly, from me hearing him on various other things over the last year, I'm a little concerned that it may be becoming a whole thing with him, and he may need some revision. Because he has gotten super into being incredibly buff. But
And he's the only action figure of that line I have not seen.
I saw him
It would
today.
be the only one I would buy, maybe?
I saw
Not
him
Salma Hayek?
This has been
No.
a thing with me, is that for a couple years after I saw a new MCU movie, I would stop by somewhere on, afterwards and get a Legends figure of someone I thought was cool from the movie, which may or may not be the main character. Or you may have a situation recently where I wanted to get the best character from Shang-Chi and ended up having to actually just get the main character from Shang-Chi and not get Katie at all.
Oh, I was going to say, so you wanted a Razor Fist?
No, I wanted Katie because she's amazing.
Yeah.
With Black Widow, all of those toys were good and clearanced out, and I realized what I should have done was gone to the Walgreens where I got my COVID shot and still seen if they still had that Red Guardian hanging around that they had in May when I got my COVID shot. But I do have to say, at least this absolute glut of Eternals figures means that whoever I decide is my favorite character, I will absolutely be able to find them. So I did see Walmart had a Kingo today, so I like that thing about Droog.
Oh, yeah, the names.
Drunk text your dealer.
Jack Kirby, many great things. Names of Eternals, not one of the better things.
So that may be something we watch. We may watch Black Widow. We will decide sometime in the near future.
Yes. So next week we'll be back with the Griffin Rock Express, the next exciting episode of Rescue Bots, and next month we will be back with What Is This Pain? The next episode of
It's a rock in your shoe, sweetie. You need to get that out of there. It's okay.
So until next time, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.